Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
All right, hello, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Wednesday. Just trucking through this week, baby. Trying to get there, man. Got some exciting stuff going on. All kinds of Christmassy good stuff this weekend. I'm excited for the state championship. We got a lot of South Florida schools going to be in that. That's going to start tomorrow, actually, with some of the games. Goes throughout the weekend, or at least through Saturday. So a lot of good stuff to look forward to. And we will... Well, I don't know if you've ever noticed this. It's kind of a blessing and a curse. But yesterday, I was on Instagram, and I was seeing some stories about the back and forth going on between 50 Cent and basically everybody. And the thing that kind of sucked was it kind of made my whole timeline now. It was just everything was 50 Cent and Ja Rule and all that stuff. But if you've been following it, you know that 50 Cent has done that documentary that is on Netflix about Diddy. And what was interesting was you had a couple people. It was one of the Wayans brothers. I can't remember which one. That had some things to say about being a dry snitch.
Was it Marlon?
It was, yeah, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, Marlon had said that. And then Ja Rule had gone, and he actually was the one that was kind of like blasting 50 as well for dry snitching. And he said, he said 50 Cent shouldn't be saying anything because he's got his own past with domestic violence. In fact, then what happened was 50 Cent then kind of started going off on Ja Rule. And then he posted up his own little video about it. In fact, I think I've seen it before, but have you seen the story with one of Diddy's former bodyguards talking about Ja Rule's cousin when he bust into Diddy's place? And he was talking about how Diddy was in bed with Ja Rule.
Yes, I do remember this.
Here's how that conversation went.
So I opened the door, and the dude said, "Yo, I'm here for my cousin." I said, "Who your cousin?" And he said, Ja Rule. I said, "Well, he busy right now." He said, "He busy doing what?" I said, "He with Puff. They're in the room. They busy. They don't want to be bothered." He said, "Well, I'm going in there." I said, "Bro, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothered him." He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed it and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt naked. And so then Ja was like, "Yo, what's going on? Yo, G, that's my cousin." He know me well, and Puff was like, "Yo, G, what happened?" I said, "He tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room." Puff looked at Ja. He said, "Yo," Ja said, "You ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on."
How about that? I mean, if that guy's telling the truth.
That's just, I mean, who's telling the truth and who's not? I think there's something in the middle. I think Diddy's a dick face, and I think he's done a lot of bad things. Mm-hmm. But I think it's also easy to have any kind of story where you don't have any proof. Anybody can say they have a Diddy story now.
Right. So Ja Rule went at 50 Cent for dry snitching. 50 Cent posted that video talking about Diddy and Ja Rule in bed. And then Ja Rule responded to that post with one of his own, showcasing stories and headlines documenting 50 Cent's domestic violence issues. One of the stories that he had read, the mother of 50 Cent's child accused the rapper of trying to burn them to death after a suspicious fire ripped through their Long Island home early today. 31-year-old Shaniqua Tompkins said, "He tried to kill me and his own child." The suspicious 4 a.m. blaze leveled the $2.4 million mansion in Dix Hills. And then Ja Rule wrote on the post, "Let me be clear, this ain't about Diddy. He's already in jail serving time as he should be. This is about this sucker Curtis acting like he's hip-hop moral savior going on TV with them tight-ass nasty suits and that big-ass jughead when you're no different, allegedly."
Allegedly.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you say allegedly.
Yeah. So he threw that out there. But yeah, I went on there, was just kind of checking out a couple posts. And then minutes later, I'm like, can I get anything other than this story now? And then it was just every single freaking post was Ja Rule, 50 Cent, like just nonstop. It's so quick, you can taint your entire thread.
Dude,
your algorithm changes quick.
Oh my gosh.
It happened to me when I was on my JoJo Siwa run, when she was doing all those cringy videos, then all of a sudden I was just inundated with Siwa.
You got JoJo'd.
People would come over to my house and go, what the fuck you watching so much JoJo Siwa shit for? Like, I swear I was just watching that one video.
What they need is some kind of reset button. So if you want to purge your algorithm of weird shit you've been looking at or stuff where it's like, I got everything I need. I don't think there's anything else. Like, I'm good. I think I'm caught up. I don't need to. Because it was then after that, it was just the same story over and over again.
Yes. And some of these stories are shittier than the other ones.
Right. I just felt like I was in no man's land. I wasn't getting anywhere.
I wish there was a feature you could do called incognito mode, where you could just look at things and it wasn't storing your activity and building a personalized algorithm.
I mean, they have that for your Google Drive.
They sure do.
Yeah.
If you're watching, if you're spanking at the porn all day.
Right.
It's incognito mode. You can like flip the switch.
Yeah, it'd be smart because I don't want to wreck I like the algorithm that I'd had. I don't want to reset it to all 50 Cent stuff. I'm good.
I never thought I would be bothered by an algorithm. I didn't whatever, just scroll by it. And it's when Virginia took over our TikTok. And it was 3 fucking videos. Angry nurses that were yelling at.
It was during COVID.
It was the Playmate, Holly
Madison.
Oh my gosh, Kevin, every video. And they were shitty videos.
She's adorable.
I mean, it was fucked.
That's what we get for sharing a TikTok.
And that's when I go, this algorithm is so screwy. I'm annoyed, kind of.
I never did any of that surfing on a personal TikTok. I only did it on KVJ.
I know, yeah. That's correct.
Well, you only signed us up to follow about 17 people. 5 of them were angry nurses.
Our TikTok is like a rapper's house. It's on fire.
Yeah, I went in there and started looking. I'm like, oh, this is a mess. I go on our Instagram, like, all right, that's where I'll get my stuff because everything else is a wreck.
I had to bounce out. I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah. Remy said, or just don't click on it to begin with. The only thing that's, I want a little bit. I just don't want it to be all consuming. It would be, for instance, if you went into a restaurant and you're like going, yeah, I'd like a steak. And they just keep bringing you steaks. Like going, actually, can I get some vegetables?
Here's a filet. Here's a ribeye. Here's a New York strip.
Right.
Like,
you're in that steak algorithm.
Yeah. It's like, they think I only like steak. It's like, no, I actually like some of the other sides too.
What is that? They need to fix their algorithm.
And it's odd too. Some videos dominate your algorithm more than others.
Well, I'm not a one-track mind. I don't want all Diddy and Fitty. I want other stuff. Just because I liked a couple Diddy Fitties.
Well, I use our Instagram. That's where I find a lot of our prep. So I go through it and we follow a lot of the the TMZs and all that kind of stuff. So when I flip through our Instagram, I can get a lot of stories and a lot of prep for the show really fast. And so what I was upset about last night, it's like, okay, I got all I'm done. Good. All right. Can we
move along?
Yes, I know there's other things happening in the world. It's just not all fit. And that's the thing that is kind of weird and scary, though, because when you get trapped in an algorithm rut, in a sense, you're using that social media platform as your view to the outside world. And you're thinking the entire world, all they're talking. So then you go out and talk to your friends and you can't believe that not everything's 50 Cent and Ja Rule. And I go, no, dude, there are other things going on. Big. Well, I wouldn't know it because my Instagram's only feeding me 50 Cent and Ja Rule.
Right now, my algorithm is either a murder body cam or Meghan fucking Markle. And it's got to change.
I'd rather be murdered than have my algorithm be Meghan Markle.
I'm late to the dance about how cringy. I didn't realize how cringy it got.
Dude, did you look into the claw?
Oh, man, I'm so caught up on Markle.
The claw is fascinating.
I can't believe how cringy she is.
What's amazing is sometimes you see these people that are so self-unaware. And it is interesting because, look, in a sense, they're in their own bubble too. When you talk about perspective, a lot of times it is having a true glimpse of the world and sometimes people keeping you honest on stuff and telling you the hard stuff, being like, hey, you're not all that. And when you get yes people around you, Gwyneth Paltrow seems very self-unaware as well, where she'll just say things, be like, you have a view of life that is so inaccurate. You think everybody
She doesn't care, though. She leans into that.
Yeah, I guess she likes to be unlikable.
She's like, yeah, so what?
You're right.
Yeah,
You gotta be careful with everybody in your circle being a yes person. Even if you don't, no one wants to hear that they're wrong, but there's times where someone's got to say, well, I don't know. And it may take you 24 hours to kind of marinate on it. But if someone does say something, you go, fuck, they might have a point. But if everyone's kissing your ass and going, Goop is the best thing ever, everyone wants a rock-shaped vagina of you. Is it rock-shaped?
It's a candle that smells like her vagina.
Well, I thought she had a pussy rock.
Is an egg.
Oh, it was an egg.
It was an egg, yeah.
An insertion?
I think so.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
You can insert that thing?
No. Bend over. Let's try.
Let's see. Get some of that Diddy baby oil and let's see if this thing will slide up there.
That cannot be good for the labes. The labia's got to take a beating on that thing.
The labia beating.
An egg? I think it's made of, I don't know, like some kind of a...
I hope it's got something on it to get it out, because...
Like a string?
I don't know.
Retrieval?
Like one of those... Like
a parachute?
A prong? A pair of prongs. Oh, that was the other thing that Meghan Markle did. She had a picture where she's trying to make herself the new Martha Stewart.
Right.
But you know how you have the prongs that go in to lift something out of a pot? She was stirring it, but with the prongs on top. She was stirring it wrong. Huh. She had the things where you're supposed to grab as the handle.
Is she messing with us?
I don't think she is, dog.
Huh.
I don't think she is.
I'm fascinated by her.
Well, I was fascinated the fact that she thought she was so hot shit when she took out, I believe it was Whole Food peanut butter pretzels, those square ones, and all she did was take that bag and pour it in another plastic bag and tied a bow and go, look at this shit, I'm amazing. And you're watching it going, are you fucking with me?
But you're watching it.
But I'm hate watching it.
I could not imagine if my whole algorithm was Meghan Markle. Oh, that's just torturous.
But they're all usually cringe compilation. It's not Meghan at her best.
Oh, my favorites are when she first started talking about when she learned that Harry was a possible suitor. She was like, oh, I've never heard of him. Prince Harry, who's this? Is he kind?
Yeah, she's not British though. She's not British.
Not British. But the way she was saying it, like, is he kind?
They do have they've got all these montages of what she used to talk like and what she talks like now. It's fucking something else, Kevin.
We're on the Markle train. It's fun.
She takes the royalty thing very seriously. And then what's odd is then she guides him out of the royalty thing.
Right.
It's like, so that's confusing.
She's a walking contradiction.
What people have done is they'll take it's just a regular interview, but they'll just zoom in on her face. Uh-huh. So if somebody interrupts or starts to talk over her smile goes from, I love everything, I'm going to fucking kill you.
That's when she gives him the claw.
She has the claw, and then she's got the claw look.
It's crazy. Yeah. Skate to Beach said, poor Harry is trapped.
Oh,
you're right.
He's figgity fuck.
You can tell in his eyes. He goes, what the shit have I done?
She got me.
She got him.
She pretended not to even care about the royal family. And she's like, oh, I don't even really know about Princess Diana. Meanwhile, she had an inspiration board back like in her college days. And on it, there was like stuff about the royal family and like a Windsor castle.
Well, their tradition and their protocol when you're working for the royals, you're supposed to wear like pantyhose or these leggings thing, and she did not want to do it, and she would refuse to wear them, and she was even caught saying, I thought they were kidding when they told me to wear these. So she's shitting on their tradition, and they're going, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You just got here.
You just got here. You are new. Put on the fucking pantyhose and shut the fuck up.
We've been doing this for a while.
We've been doing it for a while. But the fucking pantyhose on.
She took him out of the line for the throne. And I mean, that is the power of the poussoir.
And she's still going with the whole call me royal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you not want to be royal and want to be royal at the same time?
Them labes must be amazing, huh?
Those fucking labes.
Somebody else that really kind of annoys me is that pajama man that is on social media. He's the one that keeps jumping on stage with everybody. He got on stage with Katy Perry. Remember that? He's been on stage with The Weeknd and the Chainsmokers. Nobody wants him, and he gets up there, and as crazy it is now where, people are unhinged. When you're performing on a stage and somebody jumps up or jumps into your world, you probably think you're getting stabbed. You think this might be it. Who knows?
You're right.
And this guy keeps doing it time and time again. He's the one that jumped onto the red carpet with Ariana Grande and kind of aggressively grabbed her. I don't know, guess he was taking a photo or thought he was taking a photo with her or something.
Yeah, he bum rushed her.
Yeah, bum rushed her. That was in Singapore with Wicked for Good. He actually served 9 days in prison for public nuisance. He's now banned from Singapore. Like, he can't even go into it.
Good.
And then last night, they removed him from a Lady Gaga show in Brisbane before the concert began because people were pointing him out and be like, there he is, and they grabbed him. So I love it. Honestly, this guy should not be allowed in anywhere globally. Like,
you're
just
right.
shut him down. Be like, you know what? You stay your ass at home because you're a menace.
You can't act right.
Right, exactly.
You are manhandling our celebrities, so you don't get to come to our parties.
Yeah. He posted on his Instagram story, got kicked out of the Lady Gaga concert. The show doesn't start till 8 p.m. The early fans were booing me.
Wow.
It's just, I don't know. It's just so weird, I guess.
When you do stupid things that people don't like, they're going to boo you. That room is filled with little monsters. They don't want you to hurt Lady Gaga.
Because they're afraid you're going to go up there and kick her labes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get their labes kicked.
Right.
No. But I think it's good to bring up someone like that to shame this fuck.
Yes, shine a light on the cockroach.
You could ignore it and say, don't talk about him, but also talk about him and clown his ass.
Yes.
So you know he's a fuckface.
And remove him from any kind of celebrity event.
And also, too, we're not putting up with this shit anymore.
No.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Honestly, I like talking about it because I think there needs to be more of a groundswell where other people need to be upset with this stuff. So we have low tolerance for people trying to create content at your expense. And it's kind of bullshit. I mean, even the guy just sitting eating a raw pig on Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean, it's just all this shit that's just out of pocket.
We don't need
it.
Yeah.
No. It's like, if you do it, you get arrested. And if you do, it's almost like you should have, you're making something for content, be like, all right, we're going to throw an extra, 1 year in prison on top of that.
Because you can't act right.
Is it worth it? Yeah.
There's this new attitude. You can't stop me. I am a social media influencer. You see it at the gym where people are filming at the gym and these social media influencers get pissed off because someone dares to walk in the back to grab a weight. And they're like, you're walking in my shot. I'm a fucking influencer. I've got 900 followers. You're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what you got.
I'm so happy that's not going to happen to either one of us because we won't be in the gym.
Yeah, and if you're bending over with a whole fucking camera set at the gym, guess what? People might look over at you.
At your labia.
Yeah, they might be looking at the labes. They could be looking at the cam. I don't know. But either way, you're making a production. Don't be so, I can't believe people are looking at me. Well, you have a fucking movie production going on.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see that.
Loud.
You are loud.
Oh, sorry, guys.
It was almost like we weren't ready for social media and they had an era where they had a free pass. And I'm talking about the content creators that create content at your expense.
Yes.
They have to rock society and create a panic and a threat. Like this Jack Doherty dude or whatever that's here in South Florida. I saw he got pulled over. That's all he does. He's just a freaking menace to society. And to me, that's why I would love to see if you create content and you're doing this, then we will throw on top of it. Be $500,000 fine, 1 year in prison.
Because you're influencing other young
to go
people.
Do this. Well, you see how much it's growing and now everybody's doing it. And that's why you got to make an example of these fuckers and be like, all right, it's going to cost you $500,000. You're going to spend a year in prison and you're not going to make content for 1 year. So when you're doing something at the expense of public, then we're going to put you in prison so we know we're safe from you for 1 year.
I love it.
And then the next time you do it, it'll be 5, then 10, and then just keep going, baby.
3 strikes, you're out. We give you the fucking chair.
Okay, yeah.
Remy in the chat room says, stop reporting on it, giving them attention, and they'll stop. No, they won't,
No, they
Remy.
won't.
What the fuck are you talking about, Remy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
They're going to keep doing it until a light is shown on it and they get in more trouble for doing it.
So let's stop talking about murder. Oh, guess what? Murder's gone. No, it's not how it works. You got to shine a light on bad behavior so motherfuckers stop doing it.
So that they increase the penalty and punishment.
And it's not demonized. I'm not demonizing influencers. I'm demonizing content creators that are creating their content at the expense of public safety. And they have to hurt someone else for them to create content. Those are the people that I'm talking about.
Those are the people that we need to be punishing.
Mm-hmm. That'd be it.
And you can't ignore shit either. If it's out there, you got to report on it sometimes.
Because our kids are seeing it. Our kids are going to watch it, and dumb kids are going to emulate it because they're young and they don't know any better.
Well, I mean, we had to stop doing crazy shit, and we would always tell people after the fact. Legally, we would go, hey, we were doing a prank. We'd give them radio prizes and all that. We had to cut that shit out. We can't do any of those social experiments unless it's a heartfelt, warm, great one. But going out and fucking with people.
Well, society's just in a different place today.
You're
than
right.
It was then. There was a different era of everything. It really is. It's a different era. And that's why you just, can't do that kind of stuff anymore. Somebody said the fact that they aren't getting attention is what makes them go harder and harder. And that's true. I mean, when they do this kind of stuff, all they're getting is rewards. And if they get arrested, they're out in 24 hours and they do it again, the slap on the wrist, they make so much more money and the views that they get. That's why you got to make something that stings. Say, okay, because what we're doing is not enough, and we got to stop. It's a growing thing where more and more people are doing it. Every city's got them now. I mean, when you got Palm Beach, guys eating raw dead pigs right there, it just tells you every town has got them, and everybody's doing it because they're seeing the rewards and success of people that are doing it.
And believe it or not, by people shaming them, some do stop. Some actually go, oh, shit, I went too far. The public hates my ass now. Maybe I won't eat that pig on the side of I-95.
Yeah, find something else. You can do it.
I hope he stops eating dead, uncooked animals in public when they're entrails are hanging
out. What a weird thing to land on, though, for content. Be like, okay, here's what I'm going to do.
He probably posted a hunting video at one point.
Who knows?
And realized, oh, wait, I got something here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who knows? Somebody else that just completely annoys me, Gene Simmons.
Oh, gosh, he is so annoying, Kevin.
Well, I mean, I grew up being a massive Kiss fan. My neighbors, they love Kiss, and as a little kid, it's when Kiss was kind of in their cool era. They had the makeup on. It was the mid to late 70s. I'm like, okay, this is pretty badass. And then my parents wouldn't let me anywhere near Kiss, so it made it even more cool. And so I loved him until I really got to know what Gene Simmons was all about. And then I remember we had him on one time. And he just came on just being a douche. And then I remember he made some kind of comment about something going, yeah, but I'd do that to your wife or something about banging my wife or something. It was just a weird out-of-pocket thing. Do you remember that comment?
It was
chauvinistic, what? It didn't make sense. It wasn't funny. It was like, huh? What are you talking about?
So I think that has caused a lot of friction between him and Paul Stanley because Paul doesn't put up with that shit. In fact, he calls him out on it sometimes in interviews going, you're not fucking all these women. What are you talking about? No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're getting women pregnant. And no, Gene, you're gross.
Here he's doing it again. He's with a news anchor, Maritza Gorgeau, and he is asking her about modeling and apparently came off a little creepy. You be the judge.
By the way, are you still modeling?
What?
Are you still modeling?
Modeling? I don't model, sir.
Oh, I assumed.
Well, I appreciate that. We appreciate your time. Enjoy your time in Washington. We'll be watching you on the Hill tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure she's so turned on, Gene, with your pot belly, limp dick, overly pubic-haired crotch. I'm sure she's just loving that.
Yeah, he's something, huh?
That's just not fun.
Yeah.
No, he totally sucks, man.
He does suck.
Yeah, he really does. He's something.
And honestly, the whole tongue thing, nauseating. There's that one video, Lick It Up, and they're all eating meat. And he's like sticking his tongue out. It's repulsive.
It's pretty gnarly.
It is so gnarly.
What's grosser, the guy eating raw meat on Worth Avenue or Gene Simmons' tongue?
1,000% Gene Simmons' tongue.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons grosses me out that much.
Yep. Now, earlier on the regular show, we were talking about how today in Australia, kids 16 and younger, or maybe it's 15 and younger. I think it starts at 16 where you can get social media. So 15 and younger, you're not going to be able to use basically any platform, and they're going to use the facial recognition. I guess Roblox has it. It's pretty effective. But Anthony does bring up a question on it. He said, what happens when the smart kid wears a mask that makes him look older? Will it work? Because there's some amazing pullover masks that look incredibly real now.
Oh, that is true.
Like Mission Impossible, how they would change into somebody else with a rubber mask.
Like Hollywood level.
We bought a few masks that we didn't get to use for the KVJ horror movie. They are getting better. There's this one of an old man. It could trick people.
Wow.
If you did it, if you doctored it up a bit, you'd go, oh shit, that old man is humping that tree right there.
Yeah.
You need to make that video.
That old man's eating that dead pig.
Yeah, that's a good question. A majority of people, in fact, it was like 80%. They love what Australia is doing, and they think that we should do something similar here in America. And I kind of, when they first talked about it, I was like, I don't know, because I'm not a big fan of the government control, but I really am starting to see these social media like the cigarettes. I'm like, we did that, and I agree with that you shouldn't have a 12-year-old buying cigarettes. So I'm starting to feel the same way about social media. It's something I don't know if adults need it, but definitely I don't think kids do. Got a little advice for you here, Jbird, from Drew. He said, I want to let you know that you should check out John Cena on Rogan. And the podcast is actually really good. I learned a lot that I didn't know about the behind the scenes of wrestling and how he made it to where he is.
Already watched it.
What'd you think?
I liked it because he was kind of on his last leg. They were going to probably let him go, and he ended up doing the hip-hop character. And at first, they didn't really like it, and they ended up finally liking the hip-hop character that he did. But he was a kind of a journeyman where he was going match by match and not knowing it's not working. They sat him down and said,
really?
Dude, you can hear the audience. It's just not working. We got to figure something out. And he ended up doing the hip hop thing, which I find very cringy / awesome. I love cringy, awesome things. I mean, when Cena battles, a fan, which he did one time, he's walking up to the stadium, and some it's a plant clearly, but there's all these people go, yo, Cena, you can't rap, man. And he does his own little kind of diss. And then Cena's like, yo, yo, yo. And then he breaks into a rap. It's so cringy, but so amazing.
Is he wearing jean shorts?
Of course he is.
He is just jorting it out.
I mean, I love sketches when it comes to wrestling because they're not very good, but they're kind of good. Can
you explain? Because the one thing I would get is my son, his favorite wrestler was John Cena, big John Cena fan.
He's massive.
Yeah, and
he became massive.
So my son Cannon, he would always do that thing where he waves his hand in front of his face and he'd be like, "You can't see me." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I didn't get, like, what is that? Like, you put your hand in front of your face and you can't see him all of a sudden?"
So usually a good wrestler has a tagline or a thing, and that was his. Y'all can't see me. Basically, I'm quick, I'm fast. You can't see this.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I gathered from it.
Yeah, okay. I just never understood
Hulk Hoagie's?
Hogan was brother.
No, Hulk Hoagie.
Oh, if you fuck with me, I'm going to take this sub and shove it up your ass.
It's hard to get that past the censors.
Yeah.
It is.
Different kind of wrestling.
I was more of a
You hear that on the broadcast.
I was in the Attitude Era, more of the mid to late 90s. Because they would say some crazy shit like that back then.
And another recommendation for you, Jbird, is comedian Mike Cannon has a new special on YouTube. Really funny. I think Jbird would enjoy it. It's live from Gramercy. He's funny and seems like a good person. He has kind energy, and I think he's underrated. That's from Becky.
Okay.
Mike Cannon. Okay, you said there's a crisis in the comedian world today too.
There is kind of the era of when did comedy get so serious and sensitive? Where a lot of these comedians do podcasts now. Now, keep in mind, back in the day, a stand-up comedian, you saw him on stage or her on stage, and an occasional interview. Now they're doing daily podcasts, and a lot of people think they are using a lot of their material during their podcast, and then when you see them, you're kind of hearing the same thing. And the other thing is that they are overly sensitive. Now, these are people who get paid to make fun of everything and everybody, but as soon as you make fun of them, they turn into some fucking weeping bitches. And there's a montage of all these stand-up comedians just bawling their eyes out on their podcast.
Oh no!
And everyone's going, "When the fuck did comedy get so serious and sensitive?" And then what happened too? A lot of the big time comedians went over to, I forget what country it was, Saudi Arabia, and that caused a lot of controversy.
Right, yeah, that
Pete
seemed to be a rift
Davidson
there.
went over there, Bill Burr, and a lot of them came back and got defensive about taking the Saudi money. And you don't want to get too defensive with the internet. They love it when you fight back. You're never going to beat the internet.
Yeah, you're just going to get sucked down the rabbit hole.
You got to either ignore it or make fun of yourself. But to fight back, especially something that was considered controversial. I mean, a ton of big time comedians went over there, and a lot of people got shit for that.
Yeah.
But Whitney Cummings, Bill Burr, they are two of the comedians that have gotten very defensive about it on their podcast.
Okay.
And all that's doing is making the internet not like them more.
Yeah, it's not working, huh?
It's not working, no.
Yeah. Have you seen the Netflix documentary that they have on Eddie Murphy? Somebody's telling me that was really good.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
Yeah, I haven't checked that out yet. And the same person that told me who loved it, I'm like, do you remember Eddie Murphy, comedian? I'm like, no. I'm like, oh my gosh. I remember as a kid, because again, I wasn't allowed to listen to any of that stuff. I remember my neighbor had it. I got the cassette tape of Eddie Murphy, comedian. Just would listen to it like so quiet, like holding up to my, that was such masterful stuff. The storytelling, how great Eddie Murphy was at stand-up when he was young, and just amazing. He was fantastic.
He was.
Yeah, I don't
legendary.
I don't listen to a lot of stand-up today, so I don't know how it compares to people today, but man, it was unreal.
There's two camps going on, too, with the comedy world. You've got your Joe Rogan. They call it the Rogan sphere.
Yeah.
And Rogan has given a platform to a lot of comedians that are out there now in Austin. He's got the mothership.
Is there a guy Schultz or something like that? I see him around.
Andrew Schultz.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan of him, and everyone blows him like
Well,
he's...
talk about being comedians. I have watched his podcast. They're not really funny.
They're not.
Yes,
They're
there's
not.
nothing funny about it. The Rogan sphere doesn't seem to be funny to me. They just kind of like it's bro talk or whatever.
So that's what has gone on. They're like, Cat Williams is the one that called out the Rogan sphere. He's like, Joe's promoting 6 or 7 guys who aren't funny as shit, and he keeps promoting them. So now there's this big Austin scene in comedy.
Okay.
You've got the LA scene, and then you've got the New York scene. And the Austin scene is starting to rub people the wrong way. And so it's now... Rogan's people are against Mark Maron's. Mark Maron's more of a liberal comedian. Rogan, people they say he is, more red, but I've heard him talk about different things.
He dabbles a little bit. Libertarian, maybe.
But people go after Rogan, and the problem with Rogan, he does promote a lot of his friends, and not all of his friends are very good. So other comedians are getting bitter, and the headline is, Austin's the new mecca for comedy, and now people are finally... stand up and say, no, it's not. Fuck Austin. Austin doesn't represent what I stand for. Yeah. So now there's fights and civil wars going on within the comedy world, which you don't see too often.
I don't like fighting with my comedy.
Mark Maron threw a big grenade that started a lot of shit. He went after Rogan, all of his people, and then Rogan's people went after him. The Andrew Schultz podcast, He got a little too big. He was big in the COVID era.
Okay.
And their numbers have gone, all the comedian numbers, they've all gone down greatly.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Not bringing it anymore, huh?
Bert Kreischer's numbers have gone down. Tom Segura's numbers have gone down.
Yeah.
Their audience has turned on them, saying they're out of touch.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, maybe sometimes you can talk too much.
Talk too much, and they talk about things that I think aren't relatable a lot of times, about the Rolexes and their fancy cars.
Right.
And most of the time people go, I kind of want to laugh. I don't want to hear you guys blow each other about how much money you're making. Mm-hmm. So that's the gossip on the street, Virginia.
I love the gossip on the street.
Well, apparently the good news is if you're looking for comedy, you don't have to go very far. I'm kind of hesitant to read this email. But it says, can Virginia stop being so funny? My girlfriend gets jealous when we listen in the morning and I laugh at Virginia's comments and jokes. And if you're reading this, she is next to me giving me the look. But keep being funny. I love it.
No, can't stop, won't stop.
She's fucking hilarious. I mean,
I know. Just knee slapper after knee slapper.
Me and Kevin call her everyday Rita Rutner.
What?
Exactly. Google Rita Rutner. She's a real comedian from the 80s.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for all the emails. Send them to us, mail at kvjshow.com. Love you all. See you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.